to the stream. Hi guys, Rox, you were saying.
Yeah, so this could be the last game of the tournament, and Bendover will be very frustrated with how that last game went. I know you were watching behind the scenes, and it was one of those games where they developed the lead and they were ground down slowly by the split push of Elab, and we've seen this done by Elab before in our previous tournament by the Naga Siren. And Bendover don't seem to know how to deal with this almost strangulatory methods that Elab are using, just starving them from farm.
Yeah, I mean, you've just said it. I think in the past two games of Bendover versus Elab this tournament, Elab were able to choke out Bendover. Even after Bendover were able to put on a very good performance, capitalize on some kills early on, but Elab seemed to know exactly how to neutralize that and split push their way into victory.
Yeah, I mean, the only times in recent history, at least from the games we've casted, that Bendover have been able to beat Elab, there were two games. One of them was a miraculous comeback at the end of the game when they basically they were mega creeped. They just did this all-in push and they won it through that. So let's put that aside because that was a miracle. The second time they beat them, it wasn't in the finals. It was in our last tournament, and it was earlier in the tournament. Before they actually knocked Elab down to the losers bracket, and they did that by dominating the laning stage and finishing the game in less than 30 minutes. If Bendover have the potential to do that, to take it to Elab early on in the game and finish it, not giving Elab that chance to choke them, that is their method to victory. They've done it before, and they did it so convincing. They looked like a team that was better than Elab that game. They just looked like they were better than them all over the park, you know?
And before we get to the picks and drafts, how do you see the newcomers factoring into the equation? I mean, we've seen Bendover and Elab go at it again. This time you've got two new members into the teams. You've got Super Rudy and you've got Mage, and maybe another player on Elab. I'm not sure. Iron.
Iron is also the drafter for Elab now.
Have these players changed the dynamic of this competition between Bendover and Elab compared to last time?
I think Bendover are a better team with Super Rudy in it. I think he's been so impressive this tournament. He's been an amazing carry. I think he's better than Scarlet. Scarlet was their last carry, and I think he's better than him. Scarlet made some errors here and there. Super Rudy has been flawless so far. As for Elab, Mage is some people talk about him like he's his own superstar in the region. So he's been really good this tournament. Ein has been, with his drafts, pretty good, but I honestly don't feel like Elab outdrafted Bendover, and I don't feel like Elab outdrafted a couple other teams. I just feel like they're that good that they make the draft work. So I haven't been super impressed with the drafting of Elab, but I've been super impressed with what Elab always do, and that's they find a way to win. Sometimes they look like they're behind by a lot, and then you look at the farm and you look at the gold graphs and you realize how's it still close? Like they're winning 18-5 or something like that, and the gold graphs are almost identical. That's because Elab are farming all the time. All the time. You might get 2 hero kills on one side of the map, and then you realize that the top farm in the game is that Morphling or that Tinker, or they're just so good at it.
And so then that comes into punch you in the face later.
Yeah, exactly. So that's benefiting you in the late game. So over here we see in the draft another Slardar pick, but this time it's Bendover. They're not going to give Sherbil his Slardar again. He has been devastating on that hero.
Who was the most fatal player on Elab's team last game? Was it Morphling?
No, it ended up being Morphling because it has to be. It has to end up being Morphling or Tinker. They're the ones getting all the farm. But definitely for me, player of the game, GH. And it's not just for his Earthshaker solo play up there. GH's Fissure that separated Terrorblade from the rest of the team on the bottom led to the Rampage. He separated Terrorblade from all Elab, and Elab were able to kill all the supports while Terrorblade was forced to watch from the other side of the Fissure. Then he was left alone.
There you go. I mean, GH is one of the 8k MMR players on the roster.
Yeah, he is really
good. So let's talk about the draft.
Okay, so the draft, like we said, Slardar was taken away from Sherbs, and they got a Bounty Hunter. We haven't seen any Bounty Hunter this tournament. We have seen Ricky once or twice, but Bounty Hunter does the same kind of thing: harassment, annoying, leeches XP, etc., etc. Invoker, Big comfort pick. I'm sure Mage is gonna impress us a lot with it. Radix is also known for playing the Invoker on the safe lane. Winter Wyvern, solid defensive support. So,
What about anti-mage? I mean, he hasn't been picked between these two, and we know that Super Rudy is a crazy good player with anti-mage. He's ranked 34th globally.
yes.
Why aren't they picking anti-mage?
You can't pick anti-mage too early in a draft. Because anti-mage will get hard countered. Like if they pick anti-mage here, you're giving Elab 2 picks to counter this hero. If they saved it, their safe lane carry for the last pick, if Bendover save it for the last pick, and this is the lineup of Elab, I guarantee you Elab will ban anti-mage. They will not allow the anti-mage to go as a last pick surprise against them. But
Perfect.
until that point, they're like, okay, you want to pick him? Pick him.
Yeah. And here's Earth Spirit in Skywrath Mage while we were talking.
So, and a Batrider. So, Batrider these days is almost exclusively played either mid or off lane. There's no longer that jungling Batrider. He can transition to the jungle, but you don't start there. You need level 3 before going to the jungle with Batrider. So I'm expecting to see an off lane Batrider with a mid Invoker. We have the 2 supports. Pretty defensive supports. They could work for ganks too, but they're more defensive, and I expect Elab to go for a very hard carry on the safe lane with 2 supports like this.
Interesting. Let's see Bendover go for.
Bendover are probably looking to go for a mid hero right now that counters the Batrider, and they're forcing Elab to ban the anti-mage last. Oh, and they go for a Slark, so there is gonna be no anti-mage. This is the first Slark of the tournament. He's almost been perma-banned for the entire tournament so far. And Slark is amazing at these long, drawn-out fights. He gets stronger and stronger, and he has a built-in heart. The heart, the item. So, you know, the second he leaves the fight, full health. Comes back in the fight, but he has 30 essence shifts. So he's hitting you 10 times harder than he was before. You know, that's the kind of hero Slark is.
He's one of the most annoying heroes really to play against in matchmaking.
So I don't think we're gonna see an anti-mage ban anymore. Right now, they're gonna be looking to ban a mid hero for Bendover, and it's gonna be a mid hero that matches up well against Invoker. It could be someone like TA is an option for that mid hero. Templar Assassin, Lanaya. She is an option. She links well with Slardar, and she can have a good lane against Invoker at mid to late levels. So we're talking about level 5, level 6. She starts coming back into the lane. The problem is whoever they take to face Invoker, they ban out the Alchemist. Whoever they take to face the Invoker, Earth Spirit's gonna be there behind Invoker in mid, harassing the hell out of that hero. He's babysitting Invoker. He's gonna make sure Invoker gets the farm he needs.
Coming on to the last ban, it's Juggernaut from Bendover.
Yeah, they know that Elab have left a safe lane carry, while they have left a mid. And Juggernaut, we've seen Radix's Juggernaut earlier in the tournament, what he did directly to Bendover. He demolished.
It's the second time they ban him, right? They
Yes,
banned
they banned
Juggernaut
him in the last
game.
game too. They banned them earlier in the last game, but right now they went for, as you can see, more of the off-lane bans. They didn't want a great off-lane hero, so they banned Darkseer and Faceless Void, which forced Elab to go for the Batrider, who is still a great hero, but he's more, you could say one-dimensional.
I'm excited to see who's gonna play Invoker.
Yeah, I'd expect it. I definitely expect Mage to take it, just because, and an Ember Spirit mid. So we haven't seen Ember Spirit this tournament either. So this is very exciting, and it's gonna be KK on Ember Spirit. We have seen KK on Ember Spirit before, but that was in previous tournaments. And right now, the safe lane carry for Elab. They still have half a minute to pick this.
10 seconds.
And let's see what they go for here.
5 seconds remaining.
Like us.
Into reserve time now. Ten seconds. Medusa.
Okay, so Elab go for a very late game carry, and again, this goes back to what I was saying. Gonna beat Elab, you have to beat them early. Go for early game items and try and end it early. I mean, the lanes are going like we said, so Kekizor is going on this, and Mage is going mid Invoker. And let's go into full game view. So it's what we predicted, and it's even what I was talking about before, that ELAB almost always exclusively target the super late game. Like, ELAB can beat you, like they've done earlier this tournament, in 15 minutes. But if you want to take it to the late game, ELAB know how to slow down the pace and make it a 50-minute game. But for 20 of those 50 minutes, you're just going to be sitting in your base watching them farm. If I was to favor a draft, I would say...
Is it possible that there's no disconnect?
This could be the first time ever in Dota Reborn, guys. So let's do quick introductions. Kareem, you can start. We have...
So we've got Super Rudy on Slark from Bendover. We've got Ara on Skywrath Mage. We've got Meteor Bob on Bounty Hunter. Who's that? on
KK Zor.
KK Zor and Panda in Disguise on Slardar. Elab, we've got GH on Winter Wyvern, and we've got Mage with Invoker. Positive Vibes is on Batrider. Rajix, Medusa, and Ein, is that how you say his name? On Earth Spirit. So there's already a smoke early on.
Yeah, there could be an early kill here, unless Super Ruddy breaks it and leaps. Super Ruddy hasn't skilled leap yet, and he leaps straight into Earthshaker.
Oh my god.
And this could be a first blood, and I think it is a first blood, and Rajix gets it.
First blood in less than 30 seconds.
Shout out to the legend Tiger Rock.
I think he was typing that shout out while his teammate was getting bashed.
Yeah, I'm sure his teammate does not appreciate that. He's talking about the legend Tiger Rock. And
he's hiding in the trees talking about the legend. But it's still early game and anything can happen. So first kill in less than 30 seconds.
I mean, and it was your hard carry dying to their hard carry. It's a first blood given away from your most important hero farm-wise to their most important hero farm-wise.
I mean, that could serve as a very early wake-up call for Bendover to get their game together here.
I just hope Bendover choose to buy items this game, very early game items. So I'm talking about drums on the Ember Spirit and early game items to put pressure on Elab. Because if this goes super late game, it's just not something they're going to want to deal with.
I hear you.
And some harass here on Ara.
Famous Ara already being harassed. These teams don't waste any time, do they?
No, they don't. And Super Ruddy taking a lot of damage. Just barely gets out of that, but Ara is going to die for this with the body blocks coming in from Ein. And Ein gets the last hit there.
Well, I'm sure Bendover will be very frustrated with this, but it's 2-2.
Yes, it is. I
think we might have missed 2 kills.
So when you look here, we did miss that the Bounty Hunter got a double kill on bottom.
So not looking as bad as we thought for Bendover. Bounty Hunter picking up 2 important kills early game.
And Earth Spirit gets another one. Guys, we can't control this. We were just investigating something, and Earth Spirit gets another kill on the Bounty Hunter, I believe.
They're fighting all over the place.
Yeah, so this is pretty wild what's been going on here so far. Non-stop fighting, and Meteor Bob, the D-Ward, does get caught by Earth Spirit, and now he could go down too. He's being blocked by his own Slardar, Panda in Disguise, who's trying to go back to save him, but he's just moving so slow. And Meteor Bob could go down here. No, he looks to get away, and he does. But now they're switching to Slardar. They're turning this around on the Earth Spirit, who could go down, but so many napalm stacks on that Bounty Hunter, he's forced to go back. And on the bottom, we have Medusa taking some damage here, but Slark could go down. And Slark barely gets the kill on Medusa, and that's a huge kill. Big kill for Slark, getting that kill on Medusa. He needed, that was revenge.
Yeah, Bendover seemed to be balancing things out.
Panda in Disguise could be in trouble here. He could be dead. Too many napalm stacks. And yeah, he is gonna die to that last right click by Batrider. And trying to anticipate Bounty Hunter's movements. And he's actually going in for more, is he?
He's not gonna let him go.
He's waiting for the Janata.
He's hungry for blood.
And he goes for it.
I think he's gonna do this.
Yeah, and he does get it. Meteor Bomb with the plays.
Good play, staying patient and hanging in there, not letting that kill go.
My
cheap.
god, they're not even interested in last hitting creeps this game. They're just thinking, let's go, let's go, let's go. And a bounty hunter just dies. My god. I mean, I can't even keep track of this.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
He did though deny himself to a neutral creep.
Fair
So that
enough.
was a suicide, I'm guessing. He spent all his money and he just died to get back home faster. And KK Zor could go down here. TP is coming in. I don't think they can get this. And yeah, they won't. Meteor Bob comes in like the bodyguard boss that he is this game. Meteor Bob has... He's 3-2-0.
Yeah.
We're 3 minutes into the game. He's responsible for over half the kills and half the deaths of his team.
He's all over the place, killing people and helping his teammates. Here you go.
Ferrari now in trouble, and Ara trying to harass, but he is out of mana and he can't really do much. Super Rudy is gonna have to back up out of here, and GH now taking harass from Meteor Bob. GH will go down here, but there is a rotation, and Super
Here they
Rudy
come.
could go down first, and he's taking a lot of damage, and he does go down. Skyrath could follow too. Winter Wyvern does go down. Skyrath Mage barely gets away. He's just too fast for Medusa, and he is gonna get away. Now denying himself to the neutrals.
It was a 1-1 exchange until... I mean, could he have gotten away there? Was that a necessary deny?
He could have, but when you spend all your money, then the deny is just a faster way to get back home. And that's probably what he did. He spent all his cash and he just wanted to get back home with full health. He kills himself. At low levels, you respawn so fast.
The famous Ara is not only very famous, he's very smart.
Exactly, and another kill here. And KKZor does go down, but they do get a kill on Mage's Invoker. So big kills, and guys, this game has been
Radiant's
absolutely
middle tower is under attack.
out
Yeah.
of this world, and the advantage goes Bendover's way, but so slightly. It's less than 1,000 gold and experience lead at this point. And there's more. Look, they're going for more fights.
Tower is under
Yeah, there's
attack.
like you said, no one is looking after the last hits really. They're engaging each other.
And
Another kill.
they get a kill on the Batrider between Meteor Bob
So-
and Slardar. So
how
we have
can-
13 kills.
In 5 minutes. And Bounty Hunter got his 4th or 5th kill right now.
He's got his 5th kill.
On a 5th.
He's keep in mind this is a position 4 bounty hunter, and he's on 5 kills at this point. And Skyrath Mage just killed Invoker. We can't even talk anymore. We're just gonna watch the game. We're gonna stop talking. We're gonna have to try and keep track of this. We are missing these highlights. Damn it!
Yeah, they're engaging all over the map.
You have to keep your eyes on the map, man.
See, I would go and ping you from the other computer.
That's the
Alright.
admin's job.
Are they back to farming now? Double damage. You know it's about to go down.
Oh, but Batrider is gonna go down here, and it's Super Ruddy that's gonna get the kill. No, Slardar gets the last hit. They're both pretty
There's
low
some
from
action
that
in the
Firefly.
middle.
And oh, that's the Sunstrike kill by Invoker up top, and they get this. They lose Earth Spirit in the middle. Kekizor trying to get out of here, and he does, but not before doing some splash damage. Meteor Bob is gonna go down here. Oh, Meteor Bob gets the kill before he goes down.
Wow.
And they're moving in on GH here, but this is not a fight they want to take. This is getting too pub-like, in my opinion. And Ara is gonna go down here. And you could say he deserved it, because to be honest, they were pushing way too deep. And all the while, Medusa is still getting the most farm, but in a game like this, you don't look at last hits and denies, you just look at net worth. And look at that. This is a pub game kind of net worth, where everyone's the same, including your supports and your carries. Everyone just wants to have fun this game. That's so far what I've seen. And credit to both teams. They're not going like, oh no, they want to fight, let's group, they're not going to the scientific elements of it. They're playing it like, yeah, let's go. You know, it's
You
almost
want to
like
come at me? Let's go.
exactly, an old-fashioned. And while I was talking like an idiot, we missed Ember
Another
Spirit
kill.
killing Ember Spirit in the middle, and we might miss another one here. No, we're not gonna miss this one.
GH.
GH gets taken down by Skyrath's Mage. That's the magic damage kicking in. And Mage's Invoker is probably thinking, what the hell is going on, guys? He has 4 deaths at this early phase. That's so many deaths for Invoker. He has 2 kills, sure.
Probably thought he was going to come in and play a normal Invoker mid game.
Yeah,
God, was he wrong?
seriously. And now Ara thinking about making a move here with Meteor Bob sandwiching. Trying to keep my eye on the map, but Slark looks a little low, but he's going to
You
go
gotta
back.
get back to mid.
Meteor Bob, though, is gonna go down here. I don't see any way he's
Oh,
getting
wow.
out of this. And he does go down. This time to the Invoker. Much needed kill for the Invoker to make up for those deaths. He's now 3, 4, and 3. And Batrider just going for some creeps. Crazy game so far. Batrider could be in trouble here. Skyrath Mage coming in, and Batrider could blow up. Oh, he just barely makes it out. Rogic's doing some harass here. Wow, our team behind highlights is gonna have a field day with this game, or they're gonna send us a lot of hate mail because we've missed half the kills in this game.
I don't think you can catch all the highlights in this game if you tried for the next 3, 4 days.
Meteor Bob gets caught out here again, and Meteor Bob is going down.
This is insane. They're really just going at it every 10 seconds. There's another fight up top.
6 kills and 5 deaths so far for Meteor Bob.
It's 24 kills in
9
less
minutes.
than 10 minutes.
Yeah. And they're looking to go in on Mage here.
It makes the game all the more interesting to see how it pans out a little later on.
It's a little wonky. I'm sure both teams can play much better than this. Because this isn't necessarily good Dota, but this is the most entertaining kind of Dota.
Agreed.
Maybe some can argue that entertaining Dota is the best kind of Dota, so... So now it's gone quiet a little bit. Everyone's like, let's try farming for the next 3 minutes and then we'll fight again.
I think all hell is gonna break loose.
Yeah, there's a smoke here, so they are looking for a kill, but and they have an aggressive ward here. They're hoping Mage pops his head out, and he will die if he does. They're moving in on him, and they're gonna catch Mage here, and he is gonna die. There's no getting out of this one.
They just haven't let Mage farm at all this game.
Yeah, no, they haven't, and Elab can't really do much about this. They're just gonna choose to push this bottom tower and accept that kill. Meanwhile, Bendover are pushing both the top and the mid tower, and they'll be happy with that. And Slardar does see GH here. GH looks to make his way out. GH does have friends around, so Slardar can't pursue this. But they're gonna get the mid tower here, and they're thinking about getting
a little push on the bottom?
Yeah, the bottom is just putting tower damage, but they are turning it around. And that scream will end this push. Panda in Disguise does get petrified. Both heroes do, but they're going to get out of here. The top lane is also being pushed in, so Bendover are definitely the happier team right now. Despite Medusa being top of the net worth charts. I mean, they have just so many rich heroes at this stage of the game. I mean, Bounty Hunter would probably be top net worth in the game if he hadn't died 5 times, but that's an occupational hazard. It's going to happen. And KK will be happy with his farm. He knows once he gets his Battle Fury and his Boots of Travel, he can catch up and maybe even overtake Medusa's farm. And Slardar moving in on Radjix, and our mana's all gone, and Medusa is gonna go down here. We were just talking about how she was top net worth. Well, by the time she comes back up, I'm not sure she will be.
Very good movement from Bendover there.
Yeah, Bendover are in this wonky game. They might be getting another kill here, and this looks to be GH going down, and now Batrider's coming in, and is he gonna go down too? That's a Batrack kill! Oh my goodness, they're just feeding at this point. Ein is like, nope, I'm going home.
I think Positive Vibes realized his mistake a little too there. Was that a reckless jump in?
He was TPing in to save his teammate, but when you see 3 heroes, even if he TP'd and Winter Wyvern was still alive, he wasn't gonna save his teammate. You have to know when to like just pick your battles. Sometimes you just have to let your teammate die, and that was one of those times,
Not the
unfortunately.
best move from Positive Vibes, but we will see more action
And look
in
at
the
this,
jungle soon.
they're just chilling next to each other.
They're farming right next to each
And
other.
he's like, no, this is my camp. And Invoker with a Sunstrike doing a lot of damage, but he does go down to Panda in disguise's Crush.
Mage gets taken out again.
And Ein could
Invoker-
be in trouble here too. No, he should be fine. He has enough mana to just get out of there. His TP is on cooldown, and they do know this. He's gonna go down
This
here.
is insane. Bendover are not wasting any
And Ein
time.
does go down.
It's
Skarath
19-11
makes
for
it back
Bendover.
to base, barely any health. 19-11. That is 30 kills in 13 minutes.
I think Bendover are gonna go all the way here.
Well, we said if they're gonna win it, they have to win it early, and it looks to be the case. I mean, the thing is, getting kills is all well and good, but you have to get objectives with your kills, and so far they only got one tower. Once they get this many kills, it's time you start pushing an objective together, but they just want kills. They're playing what I called earlier pub Dota, where you don't really care about the objectives, you just want to get kills because it's fun. And Rajix is just trying to get some farm here, and Meteor Bob is going to spot him out and wait for his teammates. Are coming in, but most of Elab are here, and this would be a big mistake. And I think Bendover know something's up because all the heroes are missing. You see this?
Yeah.
This is a Batrider cutting creeps from next to the Dire base, and he's gonna die for it.
What is he doing?
He was trying to make sure this lane stops getting pushed by cutting the creeps. If there was no heroes back there, what he was doing made sense. Unluckily for him, there was a Slardar in the perfect position to kill him.
That's gone completely bonkers. Well, Bendover's having a good time as of now. Don't rule Elab out. Never rule Elab out.
I
We've
would say
seen it time
Bendover
and
having a
again.
great time right now. I mean, they're moving in on this Medusa. She does scream, and they do ignore it. And Skarath does blow up. Mage could die here too. They're just letting Mage go, and they're letting Winter Wyvern die too. They're not interested in fighting this. Winter Wyvern will make it out though. Slardar a little bit out of position there. He had a Blink Dagger. He could have tried to get a lucky bash maybe to interrupt that TP. But he decides against it. He decides to stay there in case Elab tried to come in and save that Winter Wyvern themselves. Oh my god, and they just missed that stun on Rajix's Medusa, and does pretty heavy damage to that Slark, but we spoke about that built-in heart. He does get out of there, and the Batrider with the Shackle. They're looking to take out Panda in the skies, but he's too tanky at this point. And he barely has any items. He's not too tanky, it's just that everyone's died so much that no one has that much farm. I mean, 7 deaths on this Invoker.
He has raised his kill. No, that
5 deaths on the Batrider.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they're pushing bottom lane here. But top looks like something very interesting is happening. Meteor Bob does come in. He is going to see positive vibes here. And they do make a move on GH, and they will be able to take GH out. Rajix could be in trouble too. This is not a fight Elab want to take, but Earth Spirit comes in with his ulti doing a lot of damage. And Kekazor could go down here. He barely gets out. This is a crazy fight. And the 3-man crush by Panda in disguise. Rajix goes down. Ein could go down next.
What
Ein
is
does go
going
down. Positive
on?
vibes goes down. That's 4 for none. Oh
Bendover
my
doing
God.
an amazing job this team fight.
That team fight seemed like it lasted forever, kind of.
Yeah, it seemed like it lasted for 10 minutes.
And now that has turned from a wonky / bad start for Elab to an awful start for Elab. The graphs might not show it yet. They only say 10,000, and even though that's high for this state of the game, I don't think they can handle the momentum. If Bendover shows some restraint here, back up, buy your items. Oh, they're going to lose a courier here. Oh, and they don't. Wyvern ignores it. If they just chill out for a second, I mean, this courier is chasing the other courier. Everyone wants to fight. No, it's a Forge Spirit. It's a Forge Spirit. Just kidding.
Not a courier. That's shooting flames.
Yeah. So if Bendover just wait until they get their next items right now, the next major items on all these heroes, buy the items, then that's it. Go balls to the wall, go, look for a fight, push objectives. They can do that. Because right now, they have a significant gold lead, and even though it doesn't show on the graph, each hero has a gold. Like, if you look at the supports, 5,800 net worth on a bounty hunter at this point in the game. He's almost as rich as the Medusa.
There you go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, the way I'm picturing it in my head right now, and it might not be necessarily true, is remember early on when we said that this might be a wake-up call for Bendover? The way I see it is maybe Bendover came to this game thinking, okay, we're going to play our game, we're going to play our strategy, but then once again, Elab jump in, get a quick first blood in less than 10 seconds, or less than 30 seconds, and you know what? Bendover think, alright, you want to have a go? We'll have a go. And since then, it's been a non-stop battle.
I think it's kind of the reason. Another part of the reason is, if I was a member of Bendover, I'm not good enough to be that, but I'm just saying, if we're speaking hypotheticals, I would have been incredibly frustrated after that first game. Almost angry that for 20 minutes I sat in my base and I couldn't really do anything about it. I couldn't do anything. I felt helpless. So in the start of a new game, when I know we have a better, stronger lineup for early game fighting, I would be bloodthirsty. And we do have some action mid, and oh, Meteor Bob baits out Positive Vibes, who takes heavy damage. He's gonna go down here to the very famous Ara, and the Boots of Travel comes in from Kekazor. He takes heavy damage from Winter Wyvern, but Winter Wyvern could be in trouble here. And the Crush almost comes in, but he's interrupted by Invoker, and there's Earth Spirit's ulti, and they're doing a lot of damage, and down goes Slardar. Meteor Bob could follow suit here too, trying to get out of there, but the Sunstrike should secure it. Oh, just barely dodges it. He gets the track on Iron before he goes down. Rajix is left alone, and it's Rajix gonna go down now too. He's going down alone. And Bendover find a way to turn around the fight that looked horrible for them.
Yeah. I thought Bendover were going to get wiped there.
I thought we were gonna see the same old thing again. Elab finding a way to grind out a win.
I was preparing myself to say, look, this team fight could have just changed everything, but well done. Bendover have taken that back. And for the record, I don't think Mage has missed a single Sunstrike this game.
That one slightly missed the Bounty Hunter. It would have got the kill for him. And that's a good point to say. Like, you look at Mage's score, you'd think, bad game for the Invoker, he's feeding. No, you have to watch this game and see the chaos that is happening to understand that he's not feeding, everyone is feeding, because it's one of those kind of games that's pretty crazy. Mage hasn't played a bad Invoker. I do think Meteor Bob is having... I know he's 7 and 6, but he has 16 assists. He has participated in 23 of the 28 kills for Bendover.
He's all over the place.
He's having an insane Bounty Hunter game. Insane. And he has Guardian Greaves already. I mean, this item is worth something like 5,800 gold, and he has it on 20 minutes as a support Bounty Hunter.
Let's see how Elab react and if they can bounce back from this.
I think it's just too hard of a game right now for Elab for one reason, and that is this man over here. He has a Battle Fury and the Boots of Travel, meaning his farm is only gonna exponentially increase for the rest of this game. I don't think anyone can keep up with Kekazor's farm. And they're hoping to get a kill here on Kekazor. Mage and Positive Vibes are gonna go in. And this is the one way to limit his farm. You have to keep killing him. And they go in for the shackle, but he shackles a creep by mistake. Oh my god, Sherbs is gonna be hurt by that. And now Mage looks to go down too, and oh, it's all falling apart for Elab.
Disaster for Elab. Very well played by Bendover.
I mean, he missed the shackle, so would you say that's well played? Listen, I'm not hating. I have doomed a creep with Doom multiple times in my Dota lifespan, so I'm not criticizing, but I'm saying that it's very unfortunate because they end up losing their offlane Batrider and their mid Invoker, who was already falling behind. He's gonna fall even further behind. I'm sure Kekazor laughed a little bit when he saw that shackle, because he must have thanked his lucky stars. He knew he was dead if they got the shackle.
Yeah, and you'd think Mage is the one with mouse problems that he's been having all tournament.
You'd think he was the one that missed the shackle.
Exactly.
Although that's no criticism to Sherbs at all. He's been magnificent this tournament, especially on his Slardar. Crazy, crazy game we're having, guys. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. This is professional pub Dota, let's call it. It is a new brand of esports. And KKSOR here. In close. There is a Winter Wyvern and Batrider, but they look to be baiting this out as Super Ruddy is hunting for blood, and they've taken the bait, and they're gonna be punished for this. KKSOR is gonna turn it around. Super Ruddy jumps in on Winter Wyvern, and he's gonna take Winter Wyvern out. Batrider has to get out of here, but the Boots of Travels are coming in, and it is KKSOR. Batrider does make it out of there. Barely. But they still lost one, and they were the ones going for the gank. Elab lose another, and it's 31-14. Over 15,000 gold lead and around 15,000 experience lead at this point, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. It's only gonna get worse from here for Elab. I know there's still a lot of work to be done for this game to be finished, but I feel like the only way Bendover lose this is if they throw this, like proper throw. Because they have such a big advantage, and they get another kill there on their Earth Spirit with the Slardar Crush into the Solar Flare, or Mystic Flare of Ara. And Ara, look at that harass. Look at the damage he's doing to this Batrider. This is the position 5 Skywrath Mage.
There you go, he's gonna go down.
Yeah, he's dead. And look, he's now turning on an Invoker.
Unbelievable. Mage also goes down.
Mage does go down, and Rajik's gonna go down here, and I think we might actually see a GG called. And I'm not even kidding. I know they're nowhere near. Yeah. They might just extend this and not call it GG to be... Sometimes teams do this, and they know the game is lost already, and they start talking to each other about what went wrong, almost taking extra time before going to the next game. Saying, what went wrong? Were we outdrafted? Did we get suckered into this early game fighting when we shouldn't have? And that is definitely the case. I told you that the super late game favored Elab. And Elab chose to fight a lot in the early game, and that was more entertaining for us, but it was definitely more detrimental for them.
Absolutely, and I think Bendover also didn't give them much breathing space eventually, coming at them time and time again.
They did. Bendover have this man, 7, 6, 18 now. I mean, just all of them have so many assists. The Skywrath Mage is 10, 4, and 15. That should speak for itself. Skywrath Mage is a carry Skywrath Mage at this point. Ruddy going for his Scotty next, you'd assume. And Ember Spirit gets a kill with Bounty Hunter on the Batrider. And I've said it before, and I don't usually prematurely call games, but that's a one-man crush on the Medusa, not enough for Super Ruddy to move in. He is giving himself time so he can regen, but he's going on Rajix now. He does get silence, and he does leap out. The Dark Pact breaks the silence. And the Aegis has been called in from Roshan. So KKSOR pushing bottom, and what a huge morale boost for Bendover in this finals. These guys love to make it entertaining. GH trying to split push whenever he can because they know they just cannot fight against Bendover right now. They don't have the manpower to handle this. I mean, their lowest farm hero almost has as much farm as the Dusa, and that is Bounty Hunter. Insane stuff, guys. And we have Super here on his Slark. And something tells me Slark is going to be banned for the next game. It's a crazy, crazy thought. And they're all grouped huddled together. Now it's Elab's turn to play scared. And not many teams do this to Elab where they restrict their farm. But, I mean, Elab must even be wondering how this game is still going on at this point, because it could easily be over. And they get lucky there. None of them get shackled by the Ember Spirit. And Earth Spirit jumps right in on Ember and does his ulti, but... Oh, and they might get this Slark. It's Consolation, but he looks to get out, and he is gonna get out. After everything being expended, the Slark is gonna live, and Sherbs is trying to go for it, but the Dark Pact is gonna break the Slark free, and he's gonna leap away. There's no catching this guy. He also goes stealth, and he makes it away, and he's gonna turn this around and go on Rajix. And now Rajix is in trouble, and Rajix does use his Scream, but... Well, I call it a Scream, but it's a Stone Gaze. And Rajix is taken down too, and I said it before, I say it again, it's 39-14 at this point. Of course there's no coming back from this game, right? Well, in reality, no, there isn't. I mean, this is ridiculous. And they're pushing in top now. They can go for the GG push, and Panda in Disguise just jumps in and takes down Mage. He goes in with a stun, and Mage, Super Rudy is attacking him, stealing those essence shifts, free essence shifts, but he is gonna take out his own Skywrath Mage because that Winter's Curse. He blows him up either way. G8 dies in 2 hits, and Kekizor comes in for that Bat Rider. He is gonna take this Bat out. I don't think there's any escape, and no, there isn't. And now they can push in the racks. I don't think there's any stopping this. Kekizor just having fun, last hitting inside the Radiant base. And Rajix thinking about trying something, but what can you do? And Slardar just goes in and goes right on Ein, and Ein goes down. Rajix again just trying to do his chip harass, but at this point he doesn't even hurt the bounty hunter too much with his right clicks. Panda in Disguise is chilling here, they all know he's there. And Rajix could go down here, and Panda in Disguise also goes on Mage. Mage barely gets out, but down goes the tier 3 tower, and they could also take out the racks here if they really want to. And Winter Wyvern misses his skill as Kekizor dodges out of it. Bendover is trying to style on Elab at this point, and Rajix goes down. Super Rudy stays in there, he's going for more. They're all retreating, and Panda in Disguise is looking for action. I don't know if he's gonna get it. Not yet, but they're gonna take down these racks, and the score is 45-15 right now.
Yeah, complete control from Bendover, looking to end things very quickly. Elab putting up a futile
That's another
fight.
kill. I mean, I think at this point they're not looking to end things. At this point they're looking to send a message out to Elab, and I really mean that. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean a message that, yeah, you're not better than us. We can match you if we play to our skills. And that's a team wipe. And that's the good game. I mean,
GG's.
it was GG 10 minutes ago, if we're gonna be honest. But what a game! What a performance by Bendover. I know it wasn't necessarily back and forth. It was for the first 10-15 minutes, but as a whole, wow.
Yeah, honestly, wow. I've been quiet for about 15 minutes.
That's 63 kills in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys, quick commercial break. Hopefully we're going to be in there for game 3 and the final game of this term to decide who's better. We've seen it so far. Elab have the long game. Bendover have the short game. What happens if they take it to the mid game and it ends there? We'll find out soon after a short word from our sponsors. See you then, guys.
Be back soon.